On behalf of the Family Foundation, we welcome you to A Fortress of Love, featuring the Goodman family. Now your host, Merrill Osmond.
You know, we all need heroes. People from whom we can draw strength, especially when dark days come into our life. The death of a child or spouse, a prolonged or debilitating illness, a serious financial difficulty, even divorce. I want to introduce you to my heroes, the Goodman family. They've suffered pain that is almost beyond comprehension. I know, I was there. And yet they go on singing all over the world, not for fame and fortune, but instead to save families. Join the Goodmans and me as we celebrate the family. Rejoice with us, laugh with us, cry with us. Borrow strength from what you're about to hear, folks, because you're surely going to feel it.
If we have strong families, then we can, you can do a lot of stuff together and we can get really close.
I wish every kid could have a family where everyone supports each other and everyone trusts each other.
With a family that's strong and we really love each other, it kind of gives you someplace to go when there's problems.
If you don't have someplace you can go, the home to go to, you'll definitely turn somewhere else because you need that. You need a place where you're accepted and loved.
To me, the family is more than what they live in, and what they live in is not what protects them.
I believe that there are a lot of people out there who believe that families no longer work. I've experienced that with our UN conferences where people have tried to demean the family. And I've experienced that in school scenes where it's just not cool to love your brothers and sisters. But it is.
We really see our mission not to show people how to have a good family. We believe really strongly that people know that. They already know how to have a good family, but in this world where there's so much going the other way, people need a reminder. They need to know that it really does work and that it really is the plan of happiness.
As we all know, building a fortress of love for our children requires hard work and sacrifice, perhaps now more than any other time in history. Where do we start? Us dads, what can we do? How can we make a difference? Well, here's a good idea.
Watching through the open door, ready when Papa comes. But his hopes sink with the sun in the sky. You can see it in his eyes. He's wishing that his daddy was around tonight. Papa, come home. Watching my childhood pass. Please don't say no.
I'd had a really, really hard day. It's actually been a hard week, a hard month, just one of those times. And I came home and I was crying, and I couldn't go on. I was so lonely. I didn't feel like I had any friends. I didn't know where to go. And my dad came in and he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Nothing." And I didn't want to talk about it. And he went in and he turned on this romantic music. I think it was Snow White. And he started dancing with me around the kitchen table. And we just waltzed around and around the table. And he looked down at me and he said, "You know, you'll always be my girl." And it didn't matter to me at that moment who else thought anything about me. I knew that my dad loved me and that no matter what happened, he would be there.
C.S. Lewis wrote, "Motherhood is the job for which all other jobs exist." Now, some would want you to believe that motherhood is a demeaning chore. Wouldn't you agree that faithful mothers all around the world know the truth? Motherhood is the very core of our entire civilization.
Who'll invent their own television phone? Somebody's baby.
Build a flying car or take a walk on Mars. Somebody's baby. Look at all the strides we've made. One thing hasn't changed. Every forward step, a mother's had her hand in it. Who will be the queen, president, or king? Somebody's baby. Who relieved the poor or discover cancer's cure? Somebody's baby. A child upon its mother's knee has found the noblest throne. And daddy makes a living, so the mother of all living can shape their souls and raise them whole. She's come to know she's the mother of all living. Who'll make hunger cease or lead the world to peace? Somebody's baby. Who'll keep finding ways to help the human race? Mamas and babies, hands that hold the child today, turn tomorrow's world. And daddy makes a living, so the mother of all living can shape their souls and raise them whole. She's come to know she's the mother of all living. Her touch extends beyond what she can see, even to the air we breathe, the earth that sees every living thing.
I don't think it's the big, great things that our moms do that make the difference. It's knowing that my mom is there for me no matter what I am doing or what time of night it is. She's always there.
She's someone you can talk to, and she'll listen.
I always knew that she was listening and loving me and accepting me.
My mom is always helping us kids. That's her life.
Whenever we're having hard times, it's really nice to talk to my mom because she's really nice to talk to.
She was always just there loving me. She puts me as the first priority.
My mom's hobby is us.
My mom is the best mom in the whole world.
It's just amazing how much a mom does and how much she needs to be home for her kids.
She's the mother of all living. Shape our souls, raise us whole. We've come to know you're the mother of
several times when we really needed help economically. Like my dad was working 5 jobs, but she always stayed home and raised us and helped us, and that means a lot to me.
My mom is probably one of my best friends. That's how I describe her.
Freedom. Who wouldn't want it? Freedom to love, freedom to live, freedom to grow. Where can we find this kind of freedom? I know one place, in a home where 2 hearts come together, a mother and a father, husband and wife, totally committed, completely loyal, freed from the distractions of the world. That's freedom. And what a way to live.
To see my mom and dad in love after all these years is everything for me. Knowing that they love each other and that marriages and relationships can work out, that gives me hope for my own.
When kids my age see parents fighting, it really makes them not want to be married, because if that's how it's going to be, I wouldn't want to be married.
I think that's one of the most important lessons I learned from my mom and dad, watching their marriage and now thinking into my own marriage, is to not be selfish.
Shawn is a lot like his father in that he's very kind and very patient with me. He knows how to treat a lady. He'll bring flowers just for nothing, just for fun.
And I think that that's what holds a marriage together, is respect and love and dedication. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it in the end.
When we got married, I thought I had the greatest guy in the world, and I was madly in love, but I didn't realize what a treasure I had. And it's taken years of weathering and all kinds of experiences for me to realize on a much, much deeper level what a great gem I had married. And I've watched him as he's grown and refined, and it just gets better and better and better all the time, and I know it will for the rest of our lives.
To me, Claudia is the most dependable part of life, because I know I can always trust her no matter what the circumstance. I know that she'll love me no matter what I do. And to me, she's the best part of me. My wife is the best part of life.
Let's pause for a moment. Go back in time and listen to those who have gone before us. If they could talk with us, what would they want us to know about the importance of families? And even more important, what would they want us to do?
They dreamed of finding freedom to worship and to live, but they never claimed it. They died for it instead. Yet they passed the spark along from father down to son, and
I don't think a civilization can survive unless it remembers its past. People have to know their roots. They have to know where they came from, maybe not even just with their own ancestors, but the people that paid the price of freedom, people that paid the price for your religion, people that paid that price for you in your own life. From there, you can pass it on.
It was December the 8th, 1996. Life couldn't be better for the Goodman family. Their dream was finally coming true, taking the message of the importance of families to all the world through inspirational music. In Rome, a performance at the World Food Summit and a private audience with Pope John Paul II. And a rare invitation to perform for 10 million viewers on television.
Working together, hand in hand. Families are for having fun.
Families are where you go when you need love. Families are all being on the same team.
Istanbul, an historic performance for a UN General Session at the Habitat II conference. People's hearts were being touched. En masse, citizens and leaders of nations alike were recommitting to the importance of protecting the family. It was a time to rejoice. No one could have imagined what was about to unfold. Papa Steve and 5 of the 12 children, Aimee, David, Peter, LeAnne, and Andrea, were traveling home from a fun family activity. Suddenly, the car was struck broadside by a truck. When the twisted wreckage finally came to a rest, David and Peter lay dead, both having been killed instantly. LeAnne was holding on to life and would die a few minutes later. Aimee and Andrea, suffering critical injuries, were barely clinging to life. And Papa Steve, having suffered serious head and internal injuries, lay unconscious. Claudia, 30 minutes behind the rest of the family, came upon the awful scene. That looks like our car, she thought. Although it was so badly damaged, she couldn't tell the make or model. As she approached her 2 youngest sons, David and Peter, now covered with a white sheet, were being placed in an ambulance. Approaching a police officer, she identified herself. It was their car. Where is Steve? Where are my children? Oh God, give me strength.
What do? There's only one thing left to do. And so I began to pray with all my heart. And I was flooded with the warmest, burning feeling that I've ever experienced in my life. And the words came to me over and over and over again. Your children are in my hands.
David can sing like the sunrise and brighten up my heart. Always taking my hand and pulling me in. I've loved him from the start, but now my David's gone from me. Now he sings for Jesus. Peter's as brave as a soldier, but could never hurt a soul. Defending the right, yet playful and kind. I've loved him as my own, but now my Peter's gone to war. Now he wields a sword for Jesus. So sing for me, David, the songs I can't sing, and fight for me, Peter, the foe I can't see. LeAnne looks like an angel, She's as pure as polished gold, and the smile on her face with her every embrace brings love to my whole soul. But my LeAnne is gone today, giving love away for Jesus, for Jesus. Sing for me, David, the songs I can't sing, and fight for me, Peter, the foe I can't see, and love me, LeAnne, 'cause it's love that I need. 3 angels helping me to Jesus, to Jesus. Now I can't wait to hold these angels close again. When the war's been won, we can join in song to praise His love that never ends. But till then, sing for me, David, the songs I can't sing, and fight for me, Peter, the foe I can't see, and love me, LeAnne, 'cause it's love that I need. 3 angels helping me to Jesus.
A nurse came in and my mom asked him exactly what had happened. She said, "Don't spare any details. I want to know exactly what happened." And the nurse told us, and that was the hardest time I think I've ever had in my life.
Aimee and I drove up and got out of the car,
Fight for me, Peter.
and Paul, my brother, came out of the house, and I remember just falling into his arms.
And I couldn't believe that it would be happening to us because we were trying our hardest and we were doing what was right. And I just didn't believe that it could happen.
Mom told me that David, Peter, and LeAnne had been killed. And I just started crying and I couldn't stop. And, I just wanted to escape because it couldn't have happened to us. It didn't happen.
I already knew that we'd always be together and that we'd be a forever family, and so that wasn't what was bothering me. The thing that bothered me was going through the rest of this life without them.
LeAnne was my best friend. We just did everything together. Sometimes I feel that she's close to me. Like when I'm sad, she comes, I think, and comforts me.
It's not like it's a final thing. I know that I can be with David and Peter and LeAnne again someday, and so it makes it a little bit easier in the midst of the hardness.
I was so grateful to know him and to have been able to spend part of my life with him.
More than anything, I would love to go back and listen to David sing again or hug Peter one more time. Or just sit by LeAnne, but I can't go back. I can't go back and make up for any of the time that I didn't spend with them, but knowing that the memories are there and that we were able to spend time together, that's what I want to do from now on, is appreciate every person in my life.
This kind of experience in some form or another comes to every human being. And if we haven't had that experience yet, we will, because it's one of the great lessons of life that every one of us will experience in some way or another. And it's the commonality between all of us that we share in life. that our families are the essence of our happiness and the fortress of our love on this world.
By miraculous intervention, largely due to the faith and prayers offered around the world, Aimee, Andrea, and Papa Steve have returned to full health. This song, recorded before the accident, has now taken on greater meaning for the Goodman family and stands as a challenge to us all, no matter where we've been or what we've suffered. Start where you are.
A woman alone with kids to raise. Her man left the home a broken place. She's been without hope and drowned in pain. But that's gonna change today. Start where you are, make the best of whatever. Start where you are, make the best of forever. A man in his prime, so wise and strong. Then tragedy strikes and his health is gone. Confined to a bed, it could go on and on, but he won't lay down for long. Start where you are, make the best of whatever. Start where you are, like the seeds that span the seasons as they scatter to the winds. We may see change without the reasons. And though we're planted in the lowlands, we can rise to heights unseen if we believe, 'cause we are the field of dreams. A fire can scorch the forest dry, but after the flame comes radiant light. The heart of each soul has powers to climb and climb. Let's stretch out our wings and start where you are, make the best of whatever. Start where you are, like the seeds that span the seasons as they scatter to the winds. We may see change without the reasons. And though we're planted in the lowlands, we can rise to heights unseen if we believe, 'cause we are the field. Start where you are, make the best of whatever. Start where you are, make the best of forever. Start where you are.
There was a time when I didn't think that I could be as grateful for difficulties and tragedy as I am today. But I think that our life has been blessed because of our adversity. And it has given us a greater bond of love and respect together and commitment to stay close as a family than we could have ever had.
Several crucial times in history, brave people have raised the banner of liberty and led an army onto the battlefield. At this time in history, the world needs thousands of brave families to raise the banner of liberty and lead their communities in the battle to save the rights of the family. Remember what you've seen and heard today. Take courage. Decide today to be one of those brave families.
Claudia says we need a battle cry. We need a battle cry where everybody can join together and stand up for something. And so that's what this Remember is. And that's really what it is all about, I think, anyway. We all want to have a good family. We all want to be happy. We all want peace in our homes. We want our children to love us. We want to love each other. But we forget because of life and its demands. And that doesn't make any of us bad. It just means it's hard. And if we can remember, then we can keep making those efforts to get home a little earlier, or maybe not take that last appointment so we can go to our son's game, or whatever it is, those things. I think if we just keep having these reminders, and so that's why the words remember.
I think it's so important to take a night a week to spend with the family, to just do things together, to laugh together, to talk together, because the time you spend with your family is priceless.
Every time I sing the song Remember, I actually remember what's important in life, what the heart of life is made of. It's made up of love and of our families and of those things that are not always tangible, but that's what I remember.
Everyone believes in families. It's really the only thing that can save this world. And all people need is just that reminder. And I learned for myself that one person or one family standing up for family and raising their voice for the family can really make a difference in the world, because I've seen that happen firsthand.
I really like singing the song. It helps people when they're discouraged. It's to remember our homes. It's telling people to remember all those things that everybody's forgotten.
Thank you for joining us in this celebration of the family. People around the world are standing up and saying, the family is important to me. It's worth fighting for. We invite you to stand up and join us. Start by making your home a fortress of love. God bless your family till we meet again.